Ever pondered that we sometimes dig our own hole for face? Stop suffering. You're like a puppet in dilemma, while kids hide their laughs, fearing your drunkenness tonight. At midnight, they finally arrive home. A few days later, Lee's date with the pizza guy is interrupted by Grandma, who insists Paul take Lee and her little sibling home first. Paul, tipsy, swayed like trunks driving down the country road. Lee nervously said to Paul, "I think I'm done chatting with you guys. Are you brave enough to speak the truth?" Thankfully, things didn't go south. Grandma was fuming, saying, "This isn't just your problem. You can't let her go." Paul felt very guilty. A few days later, a delivery truck screeched to a stop at his door. The mailman gave Paul a letter. Paul's face showed anxiety as he took it, too scared to open the obviously important letter. So he passed the letter to his wife, exclaiming, "Oh my gosh, check this out. What's inside?" "I went to grab it. Don't just be happy for the sake of being happy." First letter, an award notice for Paul's olive oil, with a best olive oil certificate from the City Association. What a big deal. After years of hard work, the moment had finally come. Little Zia was ready to follow Grandpa into the olive grove, even though he couldn't really hear what Grandpa was babbling on about. It felt like the joy was radiating from Grandpa's face to little Zia, carried by a gentle breeze. In the morning sun, Grandpa was practically glowing, saying, "This is our pride, the world's best olive oil. Here's to 20 years. To celebrate Paul's remarkable success, the town hosted a grand party to commemorate his splendid achievements." Paul was delivering an enthusiastic speech when he spotted his wife approaching, asking if she had shared the good news with their daughter, a hint of melancholy crossing his face. As a father, he wanted to first share the good news, telling her, "Don't worry, I didn't mess up." Shots after shots, Paul was absolutely sloshed. And just then, he spotted Lee getting cozy with the pizza guy. He saw his daughter's reflection in his granddaughter, leading him to the glorious decision to intervene once again. In Paul's view, the pizza guy was a villain. He scolded Lee loudly, "Don't do that here." Lee was clearly not buying it, thinking Paul wasn't even a decent grandpa. He never showed up when she needed him, and now he's here judging her. Paul's drunken rage left Lee utterly disappointed, deciding to follow in her mother's footsteps and run off with her beloved. Paul realized his drunken antics were pure stupidity, so he asked Leon for help in kicking the booze habit. The next day, Leon took Grandpa to the hospital for meds, ensuring daily mountain hikes for exercise. Through spending time with Grandpa, Leon no longer clung to his computer daily and gradually grasped a man's responsibilities. One day on his way back, Paul met a friend at the tavern and heard Lee left with the pizza boy. His friend informed him of the shocking news, upon which Paul immediately jumped up and left in a great panic. Paul retrieved his dust-covered motorcycle and shotgun, and the group rode off to find Lee. Following Leon's phone tracking, they cruised down the endless road south, with Paul at the helm, revving the engine like there was no tomorrow. As they got closer to Lee, Paul abruptly turned around, worried he might lose it emotionally just then. Paul left his friends behind on the shore, boarded a boat by himself, and went through a rather lengthy journey. Eventually, Paul parked his bike by the shore, shotgun in hand, marching menacingly towards it. Sure enough, he spotted the pizza guy by the beach and furiously fired a shot into the air. The pizza delivery man was utterly terrified, immediately raising his hands in surrender. Paul discovered Lee, who had passed out unconscious in the tent, and fortunately, the doctor stated she would be perfectly okay. After that, the pizza guy completely vanished from Lee's life, probably to spare her heart from any more disappointment. Paul didn't tell Lee the pizza guy's true identity, yet she seemed to sense her grandpa's silent love. Sitting by the river, Paul took out a coin, told Lee tossing it in would bring luck. Lee looked puzzled yet filled with anticipation. Paul revealed his long-hidden truth. They weren't love at first sight after all. Back then, Grandma favored Harvey more. She entrusted Paul to care for her after Harvey died. As the coin splashed into the water, all misunderstandings between them vaporized in an instant. Days later, Paul stood at the olive farm. Lee neatly adjusted his hat and collar. Leon snapped a seriously epic photo of Grandpa, and soon enough, it ended up on the label of the olive oil. Paul triumphantly reached the podium, where the association awarded him a certificate of honor. Decades of persistent effort culminated in this explosive. Everyone showered him with heartfelt blessings, yet those 2 months of vacation vanished in a blink of an. Paul took the grandkids to town, promising to send them back to Paris. Leon asked, "Grandpa, have you thought about spending a bit more time in Paris?"